Alright, today we are going to be putting on a Fluidampr on a 2013 2500, and this is what you get when this is the washer, and this is the part. That's the back side that goes towards the truck, and that is the front. So this washer sits in here, and then you put your bolt in. I ordered a new bolt, GM Genuine. I think a lot of the places that end up selling this, you can usually have an option to get a new bolt with you. Really not a lot to these. It's mostly just the fan shroud and fan, and then bam, after that you're already at the bolt. So it looks like 830 121, 830 121. So I was sent the right one. This is for all the LMLs. Torque spec on this is going to be 74 foot-pounds plus an additional 90 degrees. This is the tool I use for the fans. You're going to need your flywheel tool to hold that in place while you break the other one free. And then this is your 36 millimeter. This particular one's a Merchant Auto one that came with the kit a while back, and I've just kept it since I seem to use it every now and then. So that's really all we're going to need. Use this for the fan shroud or something like that. Let's start taking off the fan shroud with our clips, and once that's done, we'll pull off our fan. Alright, so we're getting here. We got the batteries undone, the TCM off the upper shroud, because we're trying to take this upper shroud out. Remember, you've got one right here and one in the corners. I took off the front of the air box just so I could access those down there. I think it's possible to, actually the back, I don't think it is possible to get this from underneath. I think you do have to take the shroud and the fan off to make access for this. So we've almost got this one. This one's, remember, these are taped to this, so it's just tape. And then I guess the more you take off, the looser it gets, right? So we've got to get in there, and we'll just keep going until it comes out. All right, so that's out. These hoses kind of get in the way right here. You gotta work your way around them and hope you don't break them, but wasn't too much to it down here. 1, 2, 3. Move the wires and disconnect your TCM. I suppose you could have just disconnected it and left it on there, but I just took everything off. In theory, this is not that difficult. In actuality, it was a little bit, just because of you had to move it around these without breaking them. All right, guys, I just got that inner shroud loose. What a pain. What a pain. This thing right here makes you want to go back to the older Duramaxes, or even the 6.5 LB7 type fan shrouds, where it's just, they didn't have this piece. So these are 13 millimeters. All right, so you see here's one, and there's 4 of them. There's one right over here. There's one down there, as you can see, and there's one way at the bottom to the left. See how it's twisting? So, and then obviously you got to pull this out with the fan. I just used a hand tool. I just used this to get those bottom 2. Major pain, just a lot of little movements, real little uncomfortable position. Definitely recommend when you're doing this piece, use a power ratchet, so you can just wiggle your hand all the way down there and go boop, and buzz it out. It'd be so much more enjoyable than what I just experienced. So do that. Use the right tool. All right, to get you got to pull this for this inner assembly. You pull it out with the fan. All right, so grab your trusty I don't remember where I got this from, but it's the GM fan clutch tool. All right, And then the air hammer is usually, if you don't have it, just use an air hammer. Like on the, try to hit like a, let's see, just try to hit one of the corners to spin it off with an air hammer, and eventually it'll go. This one, all I'm gonna do is, I got a big, use a punch or a big driver of some kind, then use your hammer in 2 or 3 hits, and that should be loose. Remember, before you fully pull this off, make sure you have unclipped the flame clutch here. You don't want to, and undone it. It's just a little mounting tab that goes in this. It's not a bolt or anything. All right, so get your breaker bar on there. Get your the wedge on the transmission in. I have a cheater pipe here. I don't know how long it is, maybe an extra 3 feet, 3.5 feet, plus the bar. And then I put it right here, and then I use the passenger side of the truck as my brace. So the reason why I put it straight up, because there's a little bit of flex in it, and if you put it coming out here, you're basically gonna push it right into the thing, and it's gonna ding your stuff. Put it up here, you're reaching over into it, into the thing, and you just, like I said, you're bracing against this, and you just pull. I don't know, a couple, 4 or 5 good strong pulls, and it should be free. At least on this truck, that's all it took. So I'll show you. There it is. A couple big tugs, and she's free. She broke loose now. Just to get a ratchet on that and get the rest of it out. All right, I needed 2 hands to actually kind of wiggle it loose, but as you can see here, if I pull with 2 hands, it slides. I got my whole finger behind it, so there's plenty of, I got it loosened up. But so I'm gonna put the camera down and we'll check it out on the bench. 240,000 miles. It's starting to flake off here. So it was time to do this. Glad I did it. And we're gonna put a little bit of anti-seize on the inside there, and it's a keyed hole. It's only one way to slide it on, and we'll put this one on. All right, so we got to use the new washer. The old washer is a little bit too big. It's made specifically for that type of damper. This one is a little bit smaller. It fits in the new groove nicely. And you got it on. Let's put the bolt in. I got some anti-seize on the bolt threads too. The original spec is 200 something, but we're gonna go with what their sheet says. 74 foot-pounds plus a 90. All right, and so we'll get this through. Get the 36 back out here. Let's see. I believe I do have a. There it is, the big one. So we'll get this set up, and 74 plus a 90. All right. So we got her on there. It's done. The job is done. Now it's just completely reassemble. And I'm not going to show reassembly, but put the belt back on, and then you got to slide that circular piece and the fan on together, right? And then you can screw on the fan and then get the little circular things, those 4 bolts, those 2 difficult ones at the bottom. I'd probably do first because, you know, then you need the movable space to pull this out to get to those bottom ones. And then once those 4 are on, then it becomes real easy from there. And it's just the very upper fan shroud, and then this the front shroud right here, and then hook up your batteries and whatever else, and you're good to go. Now, note to self, you've got real easy access to your idler arm, so if you're in the market to do that, you know, now might be the time. But let's get this done, and thanks for watching, because that's pretty much the gist of it. All right.